Welcome to 2Beats, One Drum. I'm your host, Aaron Williams. My co-host, Jay. We got Brad, our producer on the ones and twos. This is episode 7, episode 2 technically on the YouTube stream, and we are excited about today's episode because we got a lot of stuff in store for you guys, and thank you for watching in advance, and hope you subscribe and follow us on our other platforms, Instagram, Spotify. I can't remember all of them right now, but we're on a couple different social media accounts, so just look us up. 2Beats, One Drum, and let's get started, man. I'm ready for this. Today we got some NFL talk.
Oh, yeah.
First thing on the list, what was it? First thing on the list was DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins
picked up by the Titans.
got picked up by the Titans. Does DeAndre Hopkins improve Titans' chances? I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
No.
Nope. I saw a thing. It was actually kind of funny. It was a post somebody put. It was a meme. It said Tennessee Titans is where receivers go to die.
Yeah.
They had Randy Moss. They had Andre Johnson, Julio Jones, and now the latest will be DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's probably an accurate statement, man. I don't see how much big. I don't see a big difference in him going to. I thought you wanted to win, bro.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like your two choices were the Patriots and the Titans. Like you didn't think about Pat Mahomes. You didn't think about Lamar Jackson. You didn't think about Josh Allen. Like
I think he was trying to get paid, man. Whoever had the money had DeAndre Hopkins. Now to me, it improves, but not by much. Like,
yeah. I mean, you're the number one.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
you'll get your yards and stuff, but I mean, if the goal is to win a ring, man, like,
yeah, definitely not.
I don't know about that. I mean, you got Tannehill throwing to you. I mean, Tannehill's okay quarterback, but I wouldn't sit here and say that he's any better than Kyler Murray.
Like, I do think it'll open up the field a little more for the running game, but they might get one more win than they did last year. I don't see it as much. Like, nah.
Yeah, one. He's good. He's good for one extra win on their record. But as far as like, I mean, even competing in that division, like, I mean, I know that's the worst division in probably the worst division in football, the AFC South. Yeah. But Jacksonville is going to be much improved. My Colts are. They're going to probably finish 4th, but we'll see. I mean, they could surprise you. They got a good defense. Houston. So they're probably competing with Jacksonville, but even so, man, like you're talking about a wild card at that point.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't win the division, and the AFC's loaded. I mean, it's not going to improve. You're not going to have much room for error if you don't win the division, especially in that conference now. Yeah. So I just don't.
I don't see it. Get your money though.
Man, you've already made your money, man. Go get a ring.
Go get a ring.
Go get a ring. That's what I'm on. Like, I don't know. At a certain point, you got to be like, what's important to you? I understand money is, but you got to go get that. Go chase that ring, and you got to go put yourself in the right situation to do that. And
facts.
Titans aren't it, man.
Nah.
Good coach, good defense, mediocre offense. Your offense is predicated on Derrick Henry carrying the ball for 400 yards and 2,000 yards, but he's on his. You can see he's on his decline because
definitely
teams are starting to figure out their offensive scheme, and it's not getting any easier for him, especially the older he gets. So we'll see, man. What was the next topic? I think our next topic was discussing another running back, Saquon Barkley, signed, sealed, and delivered, and we got our answer yesterday. The answer is
no,
a hefty no. And I'm gonna say this for a second. I understand why they would do it, but I don't understand why you wouldn't do it, especially when your quarterback is average at best, and you see that Barkley only enhances your quarterback's performance if he's on the field. Not having Barkley, who is a game changer, he could take a swing pass 60, 70 yards like that. And to not have that element on your field, it makes me wonder, why does a coach really want him or see him as a valuable asset? That's my question. I understand the franchise, but where does the coach come into play? Like, if I'm Dable, I'm like, man, I need this player on my team. He only helps my offense. He only increases my chances of us winning games. Not having him on the field doesn't increase your chances of winning any more games, especially when you're limited on offense in the first place. You didn't have good wide receivers. You're relying on Darren Waller, who's been hurt all the time.
Averages at best.
He had one good season. Now you're paying him more than you're paying your star running back.
And now it's going to be a situation where he's going to have that doubt if he even wants to play for them. So it's going to be.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'd be out too.
I'm out. Like, I mean, I'm not showing up to training camp.
Yeah.
I'll show up week 1 so I don't accrue the fines. Sign that little franchise tag. Step on the field. Come week 3, 4. When I get my carries. I'll see y'all next year, man.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm out.
It's time to go. Daniel Jones just. He's not worth the hype. Like, he's not worth the money you gave him. Without Saquon, he's gonna look worse. He's gonna it's gonna be crazy, man. Like, they just dropped the ball on that one, and hope Saquon can figure out what he's gonna do in his career. I'd hate to see him sit out games or even a season because
don't do that.
They couldn't figure out the money, but.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit out a season. Don't make the same mistake Le'Veon Bell did. Don't leave money on the table, bro. Just that's the one that would be a dumb decision to me. Leaving money on the table for nothing and getting nothing out of it is not a smart decision. Collect that paycheck.
It's crazy with the
running back situation.
How the running back, the market is like 5 years ago it was. Running
they were paying Zeke Elliott top dollar.
Bags. Now
I think that was the last top dollar deal for a running back that you'll see in the NFL. And it's unfortunate because he is a direct correlation to why the NFL or these organizations don't want to sign these running backs after their first contract.
Well,
is because Zeke Elliott showed you he was good his first 4 or 5 years, and you could over time you can start to see a steady decline in his performance.
But with that, it's like, will that pattern continue of where these running backs are gonna hold out and not take the franchise tags?
I'm gonna tell you what I propose. You want to hear my solution to this? This is my solution. I got a solution for you guys. If I'm an agent or I'm a running back coming out and I get drafted in the first round, I'm not signing the first contract that is passed to me. I'm holding out.
Yeah.
I'm holding out till I get the contract I deserve. And it's got to be in excess of 15, 60 million. That's the only way you're going to get your value. You got to get it on the first contract, because if you wait and try to get it on your second, you already know how it's going to end up.
Facts. Because at this point, where they don't want to pay the running back, will it discourage a player that's in college? You know what I mean?
To play running back.
You're
born to play running back.
That's your natural position, but I can play receiver. I can play the slot. I can, if I'm tall enough, I can play tight end. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like the NBA with the positionless situation. Yeah. Like,
it's where the big man kind of faded away a little bit.
Yeah. So, I think the running backs need to continue to hold out, stand your ground, because
they're valuable.
They're very valuable. They, when they touch the ball, it's a one man operation.
Ask Buffalo if they would like to have a running game.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Ask Buffalo if they could use a running game.
Facts.
If they could use a running back like Saquon Barkley.
A lot of teams
Ask
would.
them. Ask them. Would they take Saquon Barkley?
Definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Would they pay him what he's worth? Absolutely. So sitting here and devaluing, Josh Jacobs, he's another one. You saw what he did. He led the NFL in rushing. He's only 26?
26.
25, 26.
That's old in football years,
Yeah,
apparently. But
it is, but that's why I said my solution, I think, is the best solution. Get your money on that first contract.
yeah,
Don't sign the first thing that they hand you because you already know how it's going to end up. They're going to kick you to the curb after they run you to the ground, and it's not going to work out well for you. It's just
facts.
It's just the fact of nature. They'll draft. You saw what they did. You saw what Kansas City did with was it Isaiah Pacheco?
Yeah,
he's a 7th round draft pick. Balling though.
Balling.
He balled for them. He was part of the reason why they won that championship.
Yes, sir.
Now they did right by him by not giving him the rock. The first part of the year they kind of eased him in, and then towards the middle to the end of the year, he started to become that bell cow for them. That's the reason why. Part of the reason why they won that championship. But you gotta he's a game breaker though.
Facts.
He's one of the fastest guys on the field. You saw the impact that he had when he stepped on the field. 7th round. That's the reason why they won't draft these running backs and then give him that second contract because of players like Isaiah Pacheco.
But Saquon, man, when he's more than 50% of your offense,
yeah,
you gotta pay him, man. He's the reason. He's the reason you even decided to pay Daniel Jones.
He had 350. I think it's 350 touches.
Crazy.
Josh Jacobs had 390 something touches last year. And you don't want to pay him?
Man, pay these running backs.
For real. I'm boycotting the NFL for these running backs.
Facts.
Actually, I'm not. I'm in the Washington. Let's go ahead and transition into this stupid list.
Okay.
DK Metcalf. I understand you're different, my brother. But the list, the all-time receiver list that you came up with, man, I don't know. I understand some of them. I understand why you kind of, take a kind to some of these receivers.
Yeah.
But to have Antonio Brown as your number one receiver, my brother. Come on. Come on. I love Antonio Brown. I'm a huge fan of Antonio Brown. His route running is impeccable. If you go and watch his tape when he was in Pittsburgh, his route running was impeccable. That hit he took against Vontaze Burfict ended his whole thing.
Ended it.
So I can't put Antonio. He has Antonio. Let's go over his list. DK Metcalf.
What do you got?
He has Antonio Brown as his number 1.
Okay.
Randy Moss is his number 2. All right.
That's
solid.
Solid.
Terrell Owens is number 3.
All right.
Jerry Rice.
All right.
Number 4?
Yeah, that's...
Bro, Jerry Rice number 4? Over... Huh? Moss over Jerry. Owens over Jerry. We're going to get to my list here. And then he has number 5, Julio Jones.
Talent-wise, I understand it. Accomplishments and, I'm not feeling that.
Julio Jones, number 5 all time. Let's go over. Okay, list. 3 of them were correct. 2 of them were just way out to the left field.
Yeah.
But let's go over my list.
Okay.
And your list.
What you got?
My list includes
number 5.
You want number 5?
Start this 5.
We'll go with number 5. We'll work our way up. Number 5 from my Indianapolis Colts, Marvin Harrison. 1,102 catches.
That's
14,580 yards, 128 touchdowns, 13.2 average in 13 seasons. Instant Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Instant Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Okay. Number 4, Terrell Owens. 1,078 catches, 15,934 yards, 153 touchdowns with a 14.8 average in 15 seasons. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Number 3, my personal favorite, Calvin Johnson. If you don't remember Calvin Johnson, go watch YouTube videos of Megatron when he was at Georgia Tech. I'm telling you guys, that dude was bad from the time he stepped on the field. Megatron Calvin Johnson, one of the most dominant receivers I've ever laid my eyes on.
Facts.
In 8 seasons, he had 731 catches, 11,619 yards, 83 touchdowns with a 15.9 average.
Crazy.
Just think if he played 16 years, just double the amount of years he played,
Facts.
he would have absolutely shattered Jerry Rice's record of receiving yards. He would have broke his receiving yards record. He would have came close to his touchdown record, but Megatron was the only receiver for Detroit. He played for an abysmal franchise and was the best player from the time he stepped on in that locker room to the time he left.
Definitely different. He was definitely
different. Number 2, I got Randy Moss. I think it goes without saying, Randy Moss is one of the best receivers
ever
the NFL has ever seen. 982 catches, 15,292 yards, 156 touchdowns with a 15.6 average in 14 years. And, of course, number 1, Jerry Rice.
Mr. Rice.
I mean, come on, man. In 19 years, the man had 1,549 receptions for 22,895 yards, 197 touchdowns, 14.8 average. That is my top 5. Rice 1, Moss 2, Megatron, Calvin Johnson 3, Terrell Owens 4, Marvin Harrison 5.
All right. That's a good list.
What's your list? Let's stack it. Let's compare my list to yours.
My number 5, I went with Marvin Harrison.
Okay, we had the same.
He was one of my favorite players.
Perfect.
Number 4. Hold on, before I say that, the only reason I don't have Megatron in my list,
okay, fair enough,
is because he only played 8 seasons, and
fair enough.
But he was up there. I was toggling with the idea. Chris Carter.
I was debating between him. It was a debate between him and Marvin Harrison for me.
Chris Carter. I was a big early 2000s Madden. The only person I played with was Minnesota.
Dante Culpepper and
Chris Carter. Awesome. My number 3, Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay, very underrated receiver.
Longevity, man.
Okay,
what he played. 16, 17.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah. Then I went Jerry Rice.
Number 2?
Number 2.
Okay.
And Randy Moss, of course.
Randy Moss, number 1.
Yeah.
Why you choose Randy Moss over Jerry Rice?
The same reason I had Chris Carter in here. It was the Minnesota, that team.
Okay. So you were a Minnesota. You have a kind of a Minnesota bias a little bit.
Well,
2 great receivers.
2 great receivers, man. They
Chris Carter's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
Chris Carter was a bad boy. It honestly was a toss-up between Marvin Harrison and Chris Carter for me.
And just because he didn't get mentioned, I have one of my honorable mention was one of my favorite wide receiver was Steve Smith.
From Carolina?
From Carolina.
Yeah, Steve Smith was a dog, man.
He was a dog.
Yeah. For as small as he was, man, he was dominant. He was the only receiver they had in they had Muhsin Muhammad.
Yeah.
And the tight end. He does Fox now. I forget his name. But he was good too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. So I like your list. Like, I think
my list is a little bit better. My list is definitely a little bit better.
I was stuck on Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Yeah,
you gotta choose Jerry Rice.
Yeah,
just the amount of yards and then like the longevity. Like, he was productive from the top. I mean, we don't count. Just like we don't hold the Washington Wizards 10-year against Michael Jordan. We won't hold the
Raiders.
He was good with the Raiders. It's like towards the tail end of the Raiders, and then like the Seahawks, he got stuff like that. And I think he even tried out for the Broncos.
Raiders, him and Tim Brown.
But he was old, man. He was old. He was like 44 or something. He was up there. Yeah. So with that, we transition into the guys that throw. these receivers the ball and these quarterbacks. And I've been seeing a lot of, we're just doing a bunch of lists because it's slow and why not? I like to talk about these players, my favorite players. And we have next our top 10 quarterbacks
Top 10
in the NFL because Dallas Goedert has Jalen Hurts, which is understandable.
Okay.
You're gonna rep your boy. You're gonna rep your quarterback. You're gonna go to war bat or your quarterback. But Dallas Goedert, who's the tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles, on another podcast holds or has Jalen Hurts as his number 2 quarterback. I'm assuming he has Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
And I began to think, is Jalen Hurts really a top 2 quarterback in the NFL? He had a great season last year, played dominant football in the champion in the Super Bowl. But is he really top 2 quarterbacks? Top 2 in the NFL? They got me thinking, who are my top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL today?
Who you got?
And today we're going to go over my list. Number 1, obviously,
Patrick
2-time
Mahomes.
Super Bowl champion, my homeboy, Pat Mahomes. Number 1. Number 2, Joe Burrow, your LSU alumni. He did go to Ohio State first, but we won't say anything about that.
They didn't know what to do with him.
Who do we have? We had a JT Barrett ahead of him. Urban Meyer just wanted to run a different offense. I don't know. I didn't understand what he must not have been good enough to play. That's all I was.
At the time, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just at the time,
Right.
Urban Meyer wanted to run kind of a run pass option offense with JT Barrett. You know, he just had Braxton Miller, so he kind of saw some things he wanted to tweak and stuff. So that's neither here nor there. Number 3, you're probably not gonna like this, but I hold him in high regard. Justin Herbert. Number 4, I have Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Now I have him ahead of my number 5, which is Lamar Jackson. And the only reason why I have him ahead of Lamar Jackson is because Hurts led his team to a Super Bowl. And we're still waiting for Lamar Jackson to win multiple playoff games. No. So
he did go to a Super Bowl.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
No. He's only got one playoff win.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, his playoff performance doesn't live up to par.
He won the MVP.
Yeah, he won. He was I think it was unanimous, right? He was unanimous MVP. Yeah, so he was youngest MVP. But MVPs don't necessarily equate to Super Bowls in the big league. So
okay,
I have Hurts ahead of Lamar Jackson, but you're kind of splitting hairs with them too, because I think they're 2 even players, and Lamar Jackson's about to show everybody something with this offensive coordinator. Josh Allen, number 6. Okay. Trevor Lawrence is my number 7. I think this is where the list starts to get a little bit tricky for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hold on to your butts.
All right.
I have Matt Stafford.
Okay.
Matt Stafford, number 8. And the reason why I have Matt Stafford, number 8, he's got a Super Bowl. He's been a solid receiver. Granted, he was playing in Detroit.
Yeah.
Hurt a lot. But I think Matt Stafford has been a solid quarterback in this league for 10 plus years now.
Okay.
So I have Matt Stafford, number 8.
Mm-hmm.
A-Rod, number 9. You got to put some respect on A-Rod's name. Until he's out the league and gone, you have to put Aaron Rodgers as a top 10 quarterback.
Okay.
Then I have Justin Fields, Ohio State quarterback. I have Justin Fields, number 10. I think he's going to show people something this year. They got him some weapons. I thought he should have been taken ahead of 2 of the quarterbacks that were in his draft and Trey Lance, which I bet you the 49ers are wishing they took Justin Fields.
Facts.
And who's the other quarterback? It wasn't Daniel Jones. Oh, Mac Jones. I think it was Mac Jones.
With the Patriots.
No, I think Mac Jones. Did Mac Jones go ahead of Justin Fields?
Yes.
He did? So Justin Fields was a 4th quarter. Think about that. Mac Jones and Trey Lance were taken ahead of Justin Fields. Think about that for a second, guys. Makes no sense. But anyway, honorable mention I have.
Don't say it.
Russell Wilson.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Russ.
He
You
get my
feel me?
yeah. He's in,
Who would you think I was gonna say? Dak Prescott.
man.
Yeah, no. Dak Prescott's probably is a tier
Hey,
below.
but he's on everybody's list, and I don't.
I don't
see,
know. I understand why.
I don't. See,
I don't understand why.
as
Listen,
long as you play for Dallas, you'll be on someone's
yeah, that's
list.
so stupid, man. I don't play that
All right.
Dallas game. Go ahead. What's your list, man?
So I got Russell Wilson at 10.
Okay, so you put him in the 10. Okay,
I put him in
that's
the
fine.
10.
It was a close.
9. I got Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, see, I forgot about this.
But you know,
how come I forgot about Deshaun?
I got him low because I got to see what he's gonna do. But 3 years ago, he was top 5.
He was,
so
without question.
Then I'll go Trevor Lawrence.
Number 8.
Okay. Number 7 would be Justin Herbert.
Justin who?
Justin Herbert. Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
I'm from Louisiana. We pronounce it Herbert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bro, that is
it's crazy. Yeah. That's why he was like, who? And
I was like, wait, what?
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Okay. You have a number 7? All right. I mean, that's fine.
Then I'll go Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so you have him higher up there. Okay.
Yeah, I got Rodgers a little higher. Then at number 4 is Jalen Hurts. Number 3, I got Josh Allen, man. At 3. What you think about that?
I'll let you know my thoughts after the rest of your list. I'm assuming you got Burrow and then probably Pat Mahomes.
Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes.
No Lamar Jackson?
That's just because of the season he had last year. Didn't play.
That wasn't his fault.
Well,
y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. You guys must have forgot about Joe Lamar. You guys people don't remember Lamar Jackson in college?
I remember, bro. I like him, but at this moment, I don't.
At this present moment, he's not in your top 10.
He's not in my top 10.
Can he get in your top 10?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I would put him in the top 10 over Deshaun Watson.
Definitely.
What did Deshaun Watson show you last year? That
not enough.
Exactly. Exactly. We gotta move Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
I love Deshaun Watson.
I moved Trevor Lawrence before I moved
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence balled last year, man. He's gonna continue. He's gonna get better. What? Behind that coach, he's going to. Behind Doug Peterson, he's going to get better, man.
I hope he.
That was the best thing that could have happened for him was to get an offensive coach that played quarterback in the league.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't. I'm not impressed with him. I like just. All right. His first season, he kind of flopped. He came back last season, had a good year. I like him, but I don't.
You like him, but you don't love him.
I don't love.
Josh Allen's too high.
Josh Allen's.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Josh Allen's too high on your list. I mean, I can't put him ahead of. I don't think he's better than Herbert. I don't think he's better than Hurts.
You don't think he's better than Hurts?
I don't think he's better than Hurts. No. I personally don't feel that way. I don't think he's better
like
Lamar.
How I'm looking at it, Hurts in another system, another team.
You don't think he does that well?
I don't think he's in my top 10. Like they built that team for him to,
to succeed,
because he's so athletic and he's a smart player. He can, but if he had to go to one of these teams that's always struggling, you know what I mean? If he had to go to Detroit, it'd be the same conversation that we having with
anybody that goes to Detroit ain't gonna do anything, man. Come on, you know that.
So yeah, so just because you're on a good team don't mean I should put you higher in my top 10.
The Philadelphia wasn't good until they got them Brown from Tennessee.
Fact, but Philadelphia is always in right there.
Yeah, they are.
They always on the verge.
And it helps that you play in a sorry NFC East. So I mean, I don't know.
Their rivals are the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, that's their only rival. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Hurts. I think he's going to. We'll see what he does this year. I think the proof's going to be in the pudding this year. He just got the new contract. coming off a Super Bowl loss.
Nah, he's gonna be good. Everybody looks healthy. They have their defense is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I think it'll be 1-2 in,
Oh yeah,
in the NFL.
100%.
Receivers healthy. They'll be right there again.
Absolutely. The only team that can compete with them in the NFC at this point would be the 49ers, but I'm worried about the 49ers, man. They ain't got no quarterback, bro.
And it's interesting what the Chiefs doing because they got younger and not necessarily have the experience, you know what I mean? So
as long as you got Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes,
yeah, you should be okay. But those other guys got to step up too. Yeah. Like, so it's interesting, to see where that's gonna go because, but like you said last year, we didn't even know who Pacheco was. So
is Russell Wilson gonna have a better year this year, man?
Man, listen. He has the best coach in the NFL. Of course, of course he's gonna be better.
Let it be known. He's from Louisiana, New Orleans boy.
Sean Payton, man.
Sean Payton, his former coach.
So
so he's gonna have a little bias. But
I think
Sean Payton's a good, solid.
I don't think Russell Wilson had a bad year last year because
by his standards he did.
Yeah, by his standards, but I don't think it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't,
They're trying to turn him into something that he's not.
Yeah.
And he's trying to turn himself into something he's not. Man, move your butt out the pocket.
Facts.
We're trying to sit in that pocket and be a pocket quarterback, Facts. Bro. You can't see over the line of scrimmage or over the lineman because you're too short.
From how I hear it, if he'd have went to New Orleans instead of going to Seattle, going to Denver, Sean Payton would have still been coaching in New Orleans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, man. Let's get into this NBA talk, man.
Yes, sir.
LeBron James announced that he is coming back for his
21st
season. 21st season. Is LeBron James still the face of the league, man? Answer truthfully.
Okay, my truthful answer is he's still the face of sports in America. He is not the face of the NBA.
How can you be the face of sports in America but not the face of the league?
Because he's one of those iconic figures. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you're not from this country and you think of sports, LeBron James is synonymous.
LeBron James, Tom Brady,
Facts.
Steph Curry, Pat Mahomes probably to a lesser degree.
But I see what the NBA is trying to do. They're trying to go global. So it's
a global game.
It was Giannis. Now it's Jokic. Now it's Luka. These young foreign cats. Now it's Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
These young foreign cats they're trying to expand, and I understand it. But for us young black men in America, I still can see how LeBron James would be, but I think his time is, and it's a global thing now, man. I think Luka, Giannis, Joker, they're the faces of the NBA right now. For sure. So
yeah, for sure. I would say probably he's not the face of the league to answer the question directly.
Yeah.
Per se. But I agree with your assessment that he's the face of American sports, I would say. The biggest one because just the impact he's had on American sports. He's been in the league for 20 plus years. It was Tom Brady, but he's now transitioned to retirement. So now it's LeBron. And I guess you gotta have to say that he is the face of sports in America, but not necessarily the face of the league. I agree that the league it's to their credit. The international play is catching up to American play.
Facts.
It's gotten significantly better here just in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? With Giannis, Luka, Jokic, to a lesser degree, Wembanyama. We'll see how he turns out. But, I mean, there's a lot of top top-notch, top-level foreign players
coming
into this
But-
league and dominating.
But what I
Winning MVP.
what I also see with that is
think about it for a second. The last 5 MVPs all European.
Yeah.
And you had Jokic twice, Giannis twice, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they won it 4 times straight, and then you have Embiid.
So, but what I'm seeing with this is how we're trying to keep up now is players skipping college because Luka went pro at 16.
Yeah, he was pro.
Yeah,
early.
They're
all pro young.
They're all pro pretty young. So now our players are coming straight from high school, going to G leagues, and
just been good.
You know, for them, yeah. Like we see Scoot Henderson came in, he's league ready. You know what I mean? Playing
Thompson boys, league ready,
man. So I think
we're gonna kind of level the playing field as far as like youngsters playing pro early because I think
the formula is changing.
Yeah, the formula is changing. Scoot Henderson, I think he skipped his senior year in high school to go play pro for the G League and stuff. So yeah, I think the blueprint's been written, and now these young players that are worthy of
playing
professional are going to take the G League route and forego the college route because let's be honest, these kids that go to college, they ain't learning a thing. So they're there to hoop, and that's it,
man. You know, when they changed the rule from jumping straight from high school to the NBA, it was controversial because I thought, I always felt like if a player was ready, if
100%,
like
don't deprive the man of his livelihood just because you guys want to create some rule to stop
facts.
But to the NBA's credit, I feel like it's kind of beneficial because these kids they're young, wet behind the ears,
but
it's
at the percentage of players that do come out,
it isn't that many
out of high school, bro. We might miss out on the next Kobe, the next Kevin Garnett because college wasn't the route.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I know plenty of guys. I cut a few of them hair. You know what I mean. Awesome talent. You know what I mean, but college wasn't their route.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They didn't have the grades or something.
So and that's just 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
So G League was available then, like it is now. I think maybe
that's another route.
It'd be different, man. So, or even if they were able to go straight to the league. I don't know.
Yeah. Or go overseas and play. When me and my fiance, we went to Lithuania. We watched the Lithuanian national team, or I think it wasn't their national team. It was one of their affiliate, their local teams.
Okay,
which was incredible. It was amazing. It's amazing to watch European basketball live versus NBA. It is completely different, bro. Like the way they play hoop it over there reminds me of like the old school way of how we used to play.
Yeah.
They're banging down low, posting up, everything goes in the paint. I think after the game, I remember saying to my fiance, I was like, man, they probably only shot maybe 23s in that game.
That's
combined. I was like, in the NBA, you're getting 20 up maybe in the first half, and then you're getting another 20 something up in the second half. No, like it's just the way the game is played.
Steph Curry effect. No?
Yeah, man. It was shocking to see, man. Just the difference in level of play, and it kind of took me back to what Jokic and not Jokic, Luka said, how the game is less physical. Watching that 100, I can 100% why.
Understand that.
I can understand why he said that, man, because those guys, man, it is physical over there. And so
that's why I hope the NBA is doing good with the rule changes. I hope they continue it with this, the flopping and the
flopping stuff.
Yeah.
They need to allow. I don't know how they can do it.
More contact, man.
Yeah, just more hand checking. and I think they just need to prepare the players for like playoff basketball.
Facts.
Like throughout the season, I can understand early on you kind of want to set the tone, keep up the pace of play and stuff like that. Because I think that's probably a reason why, because the pace of play slowed down so much with all these free throw attempts and stuff. It just the games would drag on and stuff, so they stopped calling so many fouls and stuff. But they at least need to allow more hand check, hand definitely. On the hip and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I think they could, afford a little bit more physical play in the NBA.
They want the high scores, man. They don't want that.
Hey, you know what I mean? Point sell, man. Point sell. Just like the long ball. Long ball sold. And yeah, I don't know. The product is good till it's okay until the playoffs start. Yeah, once the playoffs start,
you see who really who can really shoot.
You see who's really about it. Shoot. Our next topic is these top 10, or not the top 10, excuse me, the best young cores in the NBA. And I came across this report, I guess I would say is a report, Bleacher Report. Sources Dan Favale. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. But he ranked the top best, the best young NBA cores in NBA today. He had the Hornets at number 9. He had the Pacers at number 8. He had the Timberwolves at number 7. Pistons at number 6. Rockets at number 5. Magic at number 4. Your Pelicans at number 3. OKC at number 2, and Spurs at number 1. I began to think, do I agree with his list? The answer was no. So I created my own list of best young NBA core talents in the league.
Who you got?
OKC number 1.
Okay.
I think they're going to surprise people. They're going to be.
Oh,
they're going to make a Sacramento Kings type jump.
Facts.
Like Sacramento, how they jumped to number 3. They're going to make a Sacramento type jump this year. They're at number 1.
Okay.
I got the Rockets at number 2, man.
I like the Rockets.
I love what what's his name? Cam Whitmore, the draft pick, stole him at number 20. I think Amen Thompson, 6'7" guard.
Bro.
Man, like I said, I think I said this last episode. Ime Udoka, he's going to have those players playing right, man. They're going to be playing defense.
Couple years, we could hear about them.
They're going to make an OKC type jump. I said this last episode. They're going to make an OKC type jump. They'll be in the play-in game. Book it. Sign, seal, delivered. Rockets number 2. I got the Magic at number 3. I love Paolo Banchero's game. Banchero. I like Banchero. I like Jalen Suggs. Wagner. I love to pick Juwan Howard's son, Jet Howard from Michigan. Man, he can hoop, man. He can shoot the rock. I love that draft pick. So I got Magic at number 4. Pistons, I like Pistons. I think under Monty Williams, they're going to excel. They're going to play the right way, just like his Houston Rockets situation. They're going to play complementary basketball. They're going to play the right way. Monty Williams is going to have that team playing really well.
Definitely.
I love their young core. I got the Spurs number 5. I struggled with the Spurs.
Who do they have other than Wemby, bro?
That's the reason why I struggle.
They dropping all their eggs in one basket, bro.
They are. I think a lot of people are dropping a lot of eggs in that basket.
I would drop one in that basket.
Yeah, I struggle with them, but I had to put them number 5 because I can't put them below New Orleans Pelicans, who I have at number 6. As much as I love Trey Murphy and Zion Williamson, I can't put the Spurs below them. Zion Williamson can't even get on the court, bro. He can't get on the court.
If he's healthy, I got him at number 1. Like,
oh man, come on.
Then you got Hawkins, man.
I forgot about Hawkins. Yeah. I like Hawkins. I don't know. I can't put them ahead of Spurs, but I do have him number 6.
Okay.
Let me finish my list.
Go ahead.
I got Indianapolis at number 7.
Okay.
Minnesota. I can't think of anybody else besides Anthony Edwards, so I don't know. I mean, number 8. I think they do that at number 7. So I think
Cat's still young, like 28.
Cat. I don't want to get into. Cat, man, I like Cat. He's got some game, man. I just don't know if he has the game.
All right, I feel you.
I'm just sorry. Anyway, no offense, Cat. And then the Hornets number 9. We don't even know. I don't even know what they're doing anymore.
Okay.
That's my list. Did you have a list?
Didn't have a list.
You didn't have a list.
But like I said,
who'd you like? Who would
the
you?
young cores I do like.
Who would you move? It sounds like you would move.
I'd move
the Pelicans to number 1.
If the Pelicans are healthy, I got them at number 1, man.
Over OKC.
Only
over OKC.
Over OKC because defensively,
is that your bias talking about?
No. Defensively, they're a better team than they're a top 5 defense in the league.
Okay.
So I got to put them up there. Like I offensively, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, they're a problem. If they're healthy, I'm not.
Exactly.
That's where we have our disconnect. But I genuinely like the team. That's hometown. But Oklahoma City they're going to be crazy. I'm interested to see what Holmgren, how you say his name?
Chad Holmgren. I forgot about him last show. Chad Holmgren, he was balling in the summer league.
I think he'll be rookie of the year if Wemby is who I think he is. He's not going to. He won't even be in the talk. He won't be in the conversation. And I'm a little in no order, but just the team you didn't put in there. I think Portland has a nice young core.
Okay.
With Scoot, Sharp,
Shaedon Sharp. I forget he's only a second.
Anthony Simon.
He's only a 4th-year player.
So I think they have a nice young core. I wouldn't put them in the top 5, but I feel like they have something to build on.
Okay. I don't know how young Sacramento is. I wanted to throw Sacramento on the list, but I feel like a lot of their players are a little bit
25, 26.
Yeah, they're a little bit older and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say they're a young core, but as far as you're the youngest of the contending teams in the NBA, I would say.
Facts.
So any other discrepancies you have on my list? I mean, throwing New Orleans is kind of
I'm
a little suspect to me, but
Spurs shouldn't even be on the list. I'm gonna put that.
Not even on the list.
No, bro.
They have the number 1 pick.
Okay, besides Wemby, name me 2 other players.
Sochal, I couldn't name you any other player, bro. To be pretty perfectly honest.
Okay.
Hey, listen, look. He had the Spurs notable players. Okay, he has Jeremy Sochan, Julian Champagne. He balled in the summer league. Malachi Branham from Ohio State.
Okay, he's nice.
He's all right. He's okay.
He's nice.
I see some potential. Devin Vassell, he's okay. And Blake Wesley. They're just unrecognizable names. Okay, that's all.
But
I don't think there's anything wrong with the players. It's just you don't recognize the names. You can't put the faces to the names yet.
Okay.
They're young.
They're young. That don't make them number 1.
No, they're not number 1 on this list. Yeah,
not even.
Victor Wembanyama, he's got a lot to prove, man. He need to put on some weight, man. And hit that gym.
You need to get coordinated, all that.
Oh, come on. You're why are you so down on him?
I don't see it, bro.
Come on, man. You saw a little bit of something in that second game.
Hey, I saw a little bit, but it was like, the hype. I think the hype.
It's the hype.
The hype compared to what I've seen. Even him watching the games that he played in France. They lost the championship game, right?
Did they?
Yeah. So, I'm not impressed with Wemby, man.
Let me put it like this. I'm a little concerned. I am a little concerned. He's got a long runway. Yeah. This is the long road he's gonna have to take. I don't think he's Luka when he came in. I don't think he's Jokic when he came in. Jokic was good.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Embiid. Embiid was hurt, so he had a little bit more time to develop his stuff. He didn't play his first.
What I'm saying is, 3 years. He's not who they're advertising.
He's not who they're claiming him to be.
Nah,
He's not the one.
nah.
He's not the second. He's not the
Nah.
potentially what some were saying the best prospect since LeBron James. He's not that guy.
Man, not even close.
I'm inclined to I'm inclined to agree with you to a certain extent.
But you want to see you giving.
I'm giving him the benefit. I'm
Okay.
giving these experts and everybody the benefit of the doubt. I guess is what I can see it. I can visualize it. I just have my concerns,
bro.
I saw, and you know, the comparison I have.
Yeah.
You know who the person I compare him to a lot to?
Who's that?
Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay.
Every time I think of Wembanyama, I think of Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay.
I don't know why, man. Maybe it's because they're both above 7'3" and they both play perimeter games.
I don't trust the experts.
Nah, you can't listen to experts.
You know,
they don't know everything.
At one point, it was this is the same expert that probably had Kwame Brown at number 1. So
shout out Kwame Brown, man.
Kwame,
you had it rough, man. I mean,
after I heard his little story, I was like, dang, he had it rough.
And then that's a good segue and transition into our next topic, man. Which is a very. You got something else?
Nah, roll with it.
Let's roll with it, man. Dion Waiters spoke about depression, and I kind of take a step back and think when it comes to stories like this, because it kind of relates to the Kwame Brown thing that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
You know, these players, they're so young and they're just learning how to be, not only adults, but be professionals as kids. You know what I mean? So sitting here and thinking that a 19, 20, 21-year-old is an adult is, I go back to how I was. Come on, man. I wouldn't dare think I was an adult at 21, 19, 20, 21, going to, playing against grown men and stuff. There's only a rare few exceptions, but even Kobe Bryant struggled against some of these. Kobe Bryant is a rare exception, but even he had his issues, adjusting to the, physicality of the game and stuff. And
becoming a man.
Becoming a man. And it can be overwhelming at times. It can be hard. And one thing that he said is, talking to a therapist he says getting a therapist was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. And I think that there's been a negative connotation behind, especially in our culture, behind, speaking out against, speaking or talking what you're struggling with, essentially.
Your feelings,
your feelings and
emotions.
Stuff. It's not looked upon as being manly and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not something men in particular do all the time. And it even took me some time to reflect and I recently talked to a therapist, and I can honestly tell you it's been the best thing that's happened to me too. One of the best things that's happened to me is talking to a therapist and stuff, because it's almost like this is like weight lifted off your chest. You know what I mean? Like be able to talk about whatever without feeling judged, or persecuted, or feeling laughed at, or even feeling weakness. You kind of feel more uplifted after doing it, because you're able to get the things that you normally wouldn't say to somebody or anybody out. You're able to say it. And I think that's an important thing to do, especially for, these young kids and young professional athletes coming up. Right. It's important to, if you feel the need to talk to somebody, or you have something that you're struggling with, talk to somebody.
Fact.
It doesn't even have to be a therapist. Just talk to somebody that you feel like you can rely on, that has your best interest at heart, that can give you some good, sound advice. And, just express yourself. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. And I think that's just the overall message I have. I saw this story, and I thought it was something that we should do on today's show.
Yeah, definitely. my thoughts on it is, you know, like you said, in our culture is not common for us to have therapy. You know, smoke a blunt about it. You know, talk to my boys. You smoke a
Yeah.
blunt about it. That's therapy sometimes. Leagues, you know, ban these drugs. And this is why I'm going with it because you
Mhm.
know I found solace in some of this. You know, smoking and you know just whatever it takes to take my mind off of things for a minute. Especially these guys, athletes, 19, 20-year old millionaires. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Whatever it takes to cope, you know, hopefully it's nothing bad, you know, but sometimes an escape is just, you know, something needed, you know, conversations with, you know, like you said, in an environment where you're not judged. That's something, you know, probably our whole life we haven't had. I know I haven't had, like coming up, I didn't have that at all. So it was like you dealt with your problems, you dealt with your issues, your feelings on your own terms.
Mhm.
So you know, the league, NBA, NFL, I think they made strides recently
Mhm.
with that communicating to the players and
The
that
importance of mental health.
the importance of mental health, and these
Mhm.
things are good because it's gonna affect the viewer, the kids, you know, that's watching. Like they're coming up and they're probably going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Probably got the same upbringing. You know, a lot of these kids are from the inner city, never had anything,
Mhm.
so it's tough, man. It was a player for I can't think of his name right now for Milwaukee Bucks a while back that kept getting suspended for smoking,
Mhm.
and ultimately just retired because his piece was
Found in
found
being
in
able to.
being able to cope.
Mhm.
Ricky Williams,
Yep. Another
he's
example.
another good example.
Yep.
That was his coping mechanism, smoking. League wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Got to make
mean?
a choice.
Got to make a choice.
Mhm.
Sometimes your piece is more important than
Any amount of money.
any amount of money, man.
100%. Yeah. I mean,
That's
it's good that these professional associations are taking notice to the importance of mental health. I reference or think back to the Naomi Osaka
mm,
incident, the tennis player. Um, I think she at one point got so bewildered and stressed out that she took us a step back a couple times from the tour because of the mental health and things that
mm,
she was struggling with. The questions she was asked in the media and stuff like that, and it kind of opened the door for the tennis association to make a change. I was watching Wimbledon just recently before, you know, hearing about the Naomi Osaka situation. They didn't allow the players on the tennis court to talk to their box. No, they still can't.
mm,
Even they still can't now. But even no, when I was watching Wimbledon, they said that they made that change. Implemented players being able to have a little bit of more of a
facts,
dialogue while they're um, on the court, which to me is all the change in the world
facts,
because not being able, you're just out there. They're individual players, like they're
right,
just out there by themselves with the environment. People
yeah,
reacting to every little
facts,
shot and everything that happens is just it can be tough, and
right.
making that little change makes all the difference in the world. I applaud
Like,
them and all these other or professional leagues that
and
put forth the effort to
this is
make sure that.
like talking about it. This puts another stamp on LeBron James.
Mhm.
Like when basketball season is upon us, he's 50% of the conversation on TV through these media outlets is, you know, the criticism, the, you know, everything this man has endured. He came out with an app, a calming app or whatever. Just his mental is. You could tell he takes time and
Mm-hmm.
works on things and thinks things through. He's a great role model, bro.
Yeah, he's ahead of the game.
Ahead of the game on that.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. You got to applaud LeBron and
because these players take a lot of criticism. So the stress is naturally going to come.
The criticism is 24/7.
We criticizing as we speak.
That's what I'm saying. The criticism is 24/7,
man.
And that's the one thing I will never do is I will never hate on a professional athlete.
We love the sports, man.
Yeah.
We love these organizations. Like they're part of our lives. Like anything else that we partake in. So any criticism is just.
It's all fun and banter and stuff.
It's what we see. We just putting it back in the universe. So
yeah.
But
yeah,
a lot of criticism to these guys. So salute them for having the mental capacity to move on with
100%.
life, not deal with this.
I couldn't tell you how I react with some of that stuff, man.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, so.
I'm a barber. Somebody, criticize my haircut. I'm like, bro, come on now.
For real. Criticize anything I'm doing, I might have a heart attack. But yeah, just take care of your mental health, guys. It's important. That's all I'll say. It's important to take care of your mental health. Get the help that you need and you deserve, because at the end of the day, your mental is all you got.
Facts.
Can't do anything without your mental. With that, I believe that is it, man. We've blasted through another show. 2 Beats, 1 Drum. Check us out on, like I said, check us out on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. Again, thanks to our producer Brad. Check him out. Our all the information is up on our YouTube stream and link. And that's episode number 7 in the books. Take care, guys.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good one.